Yo, it's your boy Rath, and it's time for Flock Party update number 5. Here we are in my house, the Flock house, and I'm doing this live. I'm recording this live and streaming it live on the RATH Live YouTube channel and the Live RATH Twitch channel. If that's your thing, go watch me as I do this live, and we can interact and have some fun. And we can, honestly, we listen to unreleased Wise Guys tracks, and we listen to some weird live sets and some cool stuff like that. And so you'll get to hear all the cool stuff first if you come and follow me and listen to it live, and we can hang out. We can hang out more often, all the time if you want. And also on that channel, when I stream, I play some video games sometimes, and sometimes I develop video games. Like I've been working on one called Rockstar Sim, and we released the demo a little bit ago, and you can play it right now at a link in the description. But if you want to see the progress of how I built that, there's a series, a new video drops every Monday, and I will be streaming as I add more features and then editing those down and putting them on the RATH Live YouTube page. So go follow that, because that's a lot of fun. I'll be working on some new mini games for that soon, so that'll be a cool thing to watch if you're a nerd. Also, as a part of this key club party movement experiment that I've been doing, that's supposed to keep me motivated and creative for this year, I've been trying to add one new positive and helpful activity to my routine, and I'll add one more thing every month. And for March, it is water. I'm adding water to my routine. I don't know if you can tell, but my voice sounds like shit. It's that time of year. It's actually kind of cold in Florida for the first time like ever. It's really weird. We played a show last Friday, and my voice is completely still fucked from that. I may have caught something. I don't know. But add water to your already very busy routine, but add it because it helps. Water. So on to the important stuff, the show calendar. I'm going to start trying to let everyone know the shows that are coming up for the next 2 weeks or so. So starting in March, we've got the show tomorrow night at Deviant Libation, March 8th, tomorrow night. It's free. It's hosted by Elevated Booking. And it's a big old thank you for everyone coming out to all the shows and supporting all the cool hardcore bands and in the scene in general. And it's also a flea market and a merch swap. So bring a table and some cool shit that you want to sell or trade, and go and buy other people's things that they're trying to sell or trade or you know, stuff like that. So Losing Vision and Gaijin and Concussion Protocol and Blockade and Common Bond, and then they've got Vulture Raid and Vespid both coming down from Philadelphia, and that's tomorrow night. If you're watching this, the recorded, edited down version, Flock Party, it'll be tomorrow night. Or you missed it. I don't know. Maybe you're watching this late, but that's a Deviant Libation in Tampa. Big old thank you show, and thank you to Elevated Booking for doing that. And then March 14th at the Nest, we've got Liquid Pennies, Razor and the Boogeymen, and Offerings. One of 3 sets Razor and the Boogeymen will be playing this weekend. I think it's a $5 show if you want to go next Friday and hang out. But also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Cage Brewing in St. Pete. It says the St. Patty's Punk and Roll Fest at Cage Brewing, put on by Beach Terror. It's free Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Razor and the Boogeyman, as well as Wrath and the Wise Guys, as well as Lot Lizards, as well as No Plea, are all playing Saturday, March 15th as a part of that. Also, before you go to that, on the 15th at Planet Retro Records in St. Pete, they are hosting the St. Punctrix Day Market, which is also another cool flea market. Go and buy cool records and art and stuff from other creatives that don't just make music. But Razor and the Boogeymen will be playing that too as part of one of their 3. So that's all 3 places and times you can catch Razor and the Boogeymen, and also Wrath and the Wise Guys. But then Monday, Lot Lizards are playing again. They're going to Tampa, and they're playing at the Orpheum with Mean of Man. Apparently it's their last show, and the first time I've heard of them. Also opening is Feng Shui. That's St. Patrick's Day, Monday, March 17th, and it's free. It's free, and it's at the Orpheum. And so if you're there, why not go hang out? And then the next Saturday on March 22nd, there's the Tampa Zine Fest at Southern Brewing and Winery. That's going to go from 6 to 10 p.m. I do believe it's a free event. Go buy other people's magazines because they're probably better than ours. But we have another issue coming out soon. But go to that. This is before that issue even comes out. So go support these other cool zine making folk. You know, they probably have more things to say than I do. So if you're into this, if you're into the podcast and the zines, and it's going to be a really good time. And then also the same night at Deviant Libation is the Punks for Palestine show. Really cool, violent, hardcore show going on. So if you're into that, do that. It's $15 at the door, or whatever you can goes to the Palestine resistance in some form. And that's always good. And it's going to be a great show. We got Flag Burner, who helped organize the show, Killed by Florida, Fortitude, Maze, Spanish Needles, Common Bond again, and Sendall. All really great hardcore bands that are doing this for a great cause. So if you're into the quieter evening with the more art and the books and the magazines, the Tampa Zine Fest is for you. But they can't be too far from each other. So maybe you hit both, you know, bring a bunch of zines to the hardcore show. It's all around going to be a great night, but don't get too fucked up. Because the next morning on March 23rd is the Dirt Mall Vintage Market at the Florida Room in Port Richey. And that is going from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There are two bands playing. There's a set at 12 p.m. and a set at 2 p.m., I believe. They've got Ironing come through from Gainesville, experimental band. So that's fun. They'll be weird. And then they've got Gnats with the silent G, billed as Tampa Casio punk/pop. So I'm imagining some chiptune, perhaps some yelling. Maybe we can check them out later on this, as you'll see is a new segment we have. But hold on, because we're not there yet. That's the last event that I have on my list. Please send me your events so I can tell people on this, and I can post your flyers and send me music to review and to check out. We're going to check out some music live on the stream in just a second. But Florida Rules Fest was just announced, and I heard tickets are already going really fast for that. So grab your tickets. That's going to be at the Noise Box in Brandon, June 20th and 21st, 2 days. It's like 100 hardcore bands. So it's like $40 for both days. And if the math's right, it's like 40 cents a band or something like that. So not a bad deal for hardcore. You should go. It's always a great time. Elevated Booking putting that on again, and that helps them put on the free shows that they do as a thank you. So if you want to be thanked, you got to go to the show. All right, I want to try a new segment today. There are two new bands that I'm really excited about. I just discovered this one new band in the last week or two. They're called Ekibyo, Ekibyo, and they are out of St. Pete, Florida, I believe. They call themselves D-Beat. To me, it sounds like some cool classic hardcore punk, and I would like to explore listening to some of that on the podcast. You can hear a little bit and then go check it out for yourselves, see them live and all that. So this is Ekibyo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but this is their demo they put out on February 20th. And so we're going to give it a listen and see what we think. So yeah, I mean, obviously on first listen, I get the Tony Forresta vocal vibe, which is really cool. The municipal waste kind of thing. And now Rich Kids on LSD, sort of. That's really cool. I'm really enjoying that. Local bands, I think they remind me of like Weird Times when they do like their hardcore type stuff and the Human Error type thing. So I think I'd like to see them and Human Error and Weird Times on a bill together. I mean, maybe with the Wise Guys, but we don't do like the too extreme hardcore yelling and stuff like that. But it would be really cool. And I'm only showing little snippets because, first of all, no one really wants to see me bob my head for 5.5 minutes. I mean, like, if you do, you know what, good on you. And watch me when I do this live, because we listen to the whole thing live together. And I bobbed my head full 5.5 minutes, gave a little critique in between each song, and it was really cool. So, if you do that, RATH live on YouTube, live RATH on Twitch, you can watch me bob my head. But go check them out. ekibyo.bandcamp.com. This is the first demo. Yeah, really cool, old school, hardcore, crusty type stuff. As they said, it's a slightly done up rehearsal tape, basically recorded, mixed, and mastered by Steve, whoever Steve is. Good job. They say they're D-beat, and I don't know if anyone has ever heard the classic argument of like, how can you base a whole genre off of a one drum beat? And like, I listen to techno and shit, so I do get it. But also at the same time, I wanted to look this up, and I'm gonna admit that using Wikipedia for this is kind of weird when I could go ask the crusties down the street. But at the same time, I feel like everybody in the punk scene has a different sort of answer, so hopefully this will give a nice definitive. But I know that for like underground genres and stuff, Wikipedia is not the best. So going in, I get that. But D-beat, also known as disccore, discrust, and crust beat, is a style of hardcore punk developed in the early 1980s by imitators of Discharge, after whom the genre is named, as well as a drum beat characteristic of this subgenre. So, same beat, but Discharge beat. So the beat that Discharge popularized, I guess, that or like whatever. I'm not going to do it again, because I just tried. D-beat is known for its grinding, distorted, and brutally politic sound. That's another thing I wanted to say about Ekibyo. I can't hear everything he's saying. I'm going to be the old guy there, and I wish the lyrics were there, because I could probably connect on a lyrical level as well as on the music, because the music was great. But yeah, I would love to hear what he's saying, because I probably agree. Discharge themselves may have inherited the beat from Motorhead or the Buzzcocks, which who wants to call themselves the Cocks? D-beat is closely associated with crust punk, which is a heavier, more complex variation. May include up to two different drum beats. So you can be crust punk, you can be heavier with more different drum beats. So that's cool. Little history of D-beat if you want to pause the video or just go look on the Wikipedia page or whatever. But that was Ekibyo. I would love to see them on a bill sometime soon. I didn't find a Facebook page for the band specifically, but I'm friends with one of the members, and they said that they are playing a later set at that St. Punctrix Day market at Planet Retro. So probably around 4 or 5. Check them out, and then come see the Wise Guys at 7:00. We're going to play at 7:00 at Cage Brewing, but go to Planet Retro first and have some fun with these dudes. I might just swing by and see what's up. So come say hi to me, and we'll hang out with these guys. So moving on to the second band of this week, I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 each week. I think would be really cool. But on to the second band of the week is Chulismo. Members are Poppy Chulo and Johnny Chulo of the Butcher Cabal fame, and Jimmy Chulo. The secret is he's the front person of Fear the Spider. That's Ronnie Spider, you guys. This is their new song, DUI. We're going to give that a listen, and let's see what happens with this kind of deal.
Summer 85, just 19. Crazy ass fucker like the kicker, like the stream. Flash stickers on my meme machine. Drive to a party and play an El Rey. Fucking cool muffos all the way. Airplane bottles, take some for the road. Hey copper, are you following me? Hey copper, fuck up Bentley.
So that was kick ass. I liked you didn't get to hear it here. You have to go check it out. But the bass line at the end got real groovy and shit. But to me, that's kick ass. I come from like the Norfolk, Virginia Beach music scene, and a lot of our punk rock sounds like that. And that I'm a huge fan. It's a chanter. It's nice and garagey. It's fucking simple riffs. It's fucking glue sniffing, fucking rock and roll. And I'm a fan. Both bands definitely worth the live show. If you're still into going out and having fun at rock and roll shows and getting sweaty and fucking gross and shit, we don't even have to do that now. We have air conditioning is the coolest part. But like, man, if you like real rock and roll and you like people acting cool and everyone getting to be a rock star and shit, then these are the kind of shows we need to start doing more of. Chulismo's fucking great. Ekibyo's fucking great. We should do more shit together. Let's all have some fun together. And you know what? I did say this wasn't even on my list originally, but we're gonna check this band out. So let's see if I can get some Gnats. So without further ado, we're gonna check out some Gnats.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gnats, everybody. That was Gnats. But on first listen, I was like, oh man, sounds like there's not much there lyrically. But now it does sound like there are lyrics there, but they're not on the website, so I don't know for sure. Honestly, some really cool stuff to just, oh man, it's a really weird mix of wanting to just like chill and like, all right, cool. You know, some video game music, but then it's sort of up tempo and has you want to kind of groove with it, especially that My Sharona cover. That was really cool. But like, yeah, super weird because kind of spacey. I think I heard some actual guitar in there. So I'm going to have to check that out. March 23rd at the Florida Room in Port Richey is the Dirt Mall Vintage Market. But yeah, Gnats. So, in other news, St. Pete punk band Low Season just dropped 4 remastered tracks exclusively on their YouTube. So, if you're a YouTube fiend like I am, go check those out. Great band, great dudes, great sounding remasters. That's on the YouTube channel exclusively. So, go look for that. Flock Party, the magazine, issue 4, gloss color cover and everything coming out April 5th. So, if you want to be a part of that, if you want to contribute, if you've got a column, if you got some poetry or some pictures or anything cool, some show reviews or something like that, and you want it in print, FlockPartyZine@gmail.com. Send me that. And you have until that day we start printing. Nothing is solidified until that morning. So send it to me. You have plenty of time, almost a whole month. Flock Party and No Vacancy Media are filming our first full-length special in the next couple of weeks. And so look for that in April as well. That's going to be a big event. And hopefully we'll have more of those and more interviews like I mentioned before. I know I keep saying that, and I promise it's going to happen. I have one scheduled for this weekend. And so I really hope we can make it happen and it'll get out there. Everyone will get to see it. And then we'll have more people because they'll be like, oh shit, you really do interviews instead of just like, hey, I'm a guy, come to my house. And so we're going to get some on location interviews done as well. So that'll be cool. But yeah, check for that in the next week or so. please. Everything we discussed, there are links in the descriptions. Go look at that for all the bands, Ekibyo, Chulismo, Gnats, and Low Season. Make sure you're going to shows. If you can't go to shows, go to merch. Today is Bandcamp Friday once again. And I know there's a lot of chat going around about how they've changed their policies and raised their prices and stuff like that. But that's why Bandcamp Friday is really important, because then we can take advantage of them as much as possible. They do provide a free platform up front for us to post our music. Everything the Wise Guys has ever made is up there. All of our merchandise is up there. And sometimes they do get, I feel a little greedy about what they take from the bands. So Bandcamp Friday, very important. They don't get any of the money. It all goes to us, the bands, the artists, everybody who's on there. So I'm going to put a bunch of Bandcamp links in here and go support, please, if you possibly can. If not, I totally understand, but now's the time. We have 2 7-inches out, a couple of CDs. We've got a couple of cool shirt designs. We've got a shirt and a tank top. And we still have that punk rock yearbook. If you want, get in touch. Other than Bandcamp, most of the bands that I know and you know are really cool and decentralized when it comes to the corporate capitalist aspect of those things. And so if you just hit up one of the members or their Instagram or their Facebook page, they probably have a Cash App, like a PayPal, like Venmo, something like that. You can send us some money. They'll send you their stuff. I know whatever, it might not be quite as trustworthy, but you're supporting the bands, man. Just throw them a couple bucks, get yourself a t-shirt, advertise for them. You know, you're advertising for these bands. And I know I really appreciate it. So I'm sure that they do. So I just want to leave you with this. Everyone starts one way or the other. So check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, don't let nothing hold you back. Because if the RATH man can do it, so can you. Thank you for watching and listening and whatever it is that you do. Like, subscribe, please tell a friend. Let's hang out more. Go to RATH Live, watch us live, and we'll see you next time.